I have never seen this many yachts in the same place. This is unreal. Welcome back to Drive with JMO. On this episode, we'll start in Nice, France, and we'll be taking the train all the way to Monaco, where I'll be showing you what $1,000 gets you at Formula One. Like and subscribe, let's jive. Ever wondered what $1,000 ticket would get you at Formula One? Well, I'll give you a hint. Definitely not this view. Stay tuned and I'll show you exactly what $1,000 gets you. My journey began with a 5.5-hour train ride all the way from Paris to Nice, which is in the south of France. I had a surprise waiting for me at the Airbnb. I just got to the Airbnb. I got 6 floors of upstairs. 6 floors, and I got 75 pounds of this. So, wish me luck. We're gonna get some leg day workout today for sure. Let's just say I learned today. I don't like traveling light because I like to have options with my clothing, and I definitely paid for it by lifting all these things upstairs. Things were starting to heat up, so the shirt had to come off. I was starting to not smell too good, and I was looking forward to a shower. After 6 flights, I was finally done with everything. Finally, done. But surprise, surprise, the door led to another set of stairs in order to get to the actual Airbnb. Finally, I was in. This was a studio Airbnb. So it had a kitchen area, as you can see here, little sink, stove, and it had a shower with a great shower head. Yes, shower finally. And it had a little toilet area here, and it had a laundry machine so I could wash all my clothes. Let's go. Let's go, this is looking good. The views were unreal. This is the living room / bedroom area, equipped with a full queen size bed, little cacti, and another great view of the city. Let's just say Nice is very nice. For the first time in my life, I saw pink toilet paper. I thought this was very unique to European Airbnbs. The cupboard above the toilet had all the bathroom essentials neatly placed. We had a vacuum, soap, everything that you would need in a bathroom. Below the kitchen sink, we had pots and pans, spoons, and tools. Every utensil that you would need in the kitchen. I really like how compact everything was. The living room area had some chairs, a table, and the bed right there. Very spacious for a studio. There was some extra storage area on the top, and I ended up making very good use of this iron. Beneath the bed, we had 2 extra storage containers. This came in clutch for unpacking. The Airbnb in Nice was about a 45-minute train ride from Monte Carlo, Monaco. I had a 4-day pass, but I missed Thursday because of the train schedule. On day 1, the train station was packed. Everyone was ready to see the big race. Security was there to direct us all the way to Monaco. There was a huge crowd, and I was super excited to get there. The weather was about 73 degrees. It was the perfect day for a race. I just got to Monaco. The weather is on point. It's so nice to be out here. Super excited for the races today. Let's see how things go. The city was so clean. I felt like I was living a dream. My first mission was to find port 1. The higher the port number, the more expensive the tickets are. There were tons of vendors in the streets selling merchandise at very high prices. There were little rallies in between races. This was free access to anyone that was in Monaco. They also had fun activities anyone could try. They had things like simulators so you can see what it's like to be an F1 driver. They even had a pit stop challenge. This was not easy. Those tires are heavy. It's incredible how fast the pros get it done. At any given time, there was always a recap of what's going on in the race and who was winning. Getting to port 1 was a struggle. It was about 400 meters up the hill. It was not too steep. It just felt like I was on a hike. This walk up here is brutal. When you finally make it up the hill, you get through a check-in process where they scan your ticket. As you can see, no one there had any seats. From this viewing point, you can see the yachts, you can see some of the track, and if you zoom in, there's a better picture. Honestly, it was a more well-rounded view of the whole track. The Port 1 views of Monaco were immaculate.
The F1 cars are pretty loud, but from up there, the noise level was actually okay. This is something to consider when you're headed to the race. Further down the street, you can see people gathered along. There's no sitting. The best viewing points were heavily populated. We were all bunched up like sardines just so we can get a glimpse of the cars. I happened to be 6'3", so I was able to see over the heads of others. Zooming in from my phone, you can see we had a pretty decent view of the entire race.
€750 each.
On each day after the races, we got a chance to walk the track. This area is accessible to the public around 7 to 8 p.m. I even got a chance to cross the finish line. There were tons of Formula One fans all walking the track and enjoying the experience. It was a huge celebration every night. They always had music going. After each day of the race, this was the reality of going home.
Just got off the train, just got here to Monaco. Super excited. So finals are happening today, so let's see who wins. I'm going for Ferrari. Vroom, vroom. As you can see, it's a brutal incline from all the way to port 1. Gotta go all the way up there. And today, I found a different way to get different views. This time, instead of going all the way up, as you can see that way, I'm gonna go through here, which looks like different views. It's finals day. As you can see, everyone is gathered up here. Unreal.
It was so packed, so I took a different path down the hill. At this viewing point, you can see people were sitting along the hill and no one really had any seats. Just for perspective, this is how packed the place was. The views from here were definitely closer to the track. From here, you could see the screen and keep track of the race without having to look at your phone. Also, things were a lot louder down here. At times, even though I was taller than most people, it was pretty hard to see because people would put their phone up to record. I found a little gap and took advantage of it. Now I could see the pit stop area and a little bit of the race. With a little bit of zoom, this is how close we were to the track. This is actually pretty good. I couldn't tell who was who, but it was still pretty cool being able to see the race from this close. At a slightly different viewpoint, you can see some of the track and all of the yachts and all the buildings in Monaco. These are some of the spectacular views you can expect to see from the lower viewing point of Port 1. With a full zoom on my camera, this is how close I got to the race. There was a huge branch that kept stabbing people as they walked by me, so I decided to break it, and then I ended up getting stabbed. The emergency department took care of me, and I'm grateful that they were there. I'm happy I didn't get my white clothes dirty with bloodstains. Before going all the way down the hill, I enjoyed a nice Italian dinner. This was my favorite dish of the entire trip. After finals days, there were concerts and lots of celebrations. They even had people waiting in line just to see some of the Formula One drivers. Would you pay $1,000 for this? Comment in the comment section.
Thank you for watching. On the next episode, I'll be in Tombstone, Arizona, where I'll unleash my inner cowboy.